Okay. There we go. Alright. It dies every time I click off of it. That's a little annoying. Alright. Fine. Be that way. Alright. Where are my glasses? There's my glasses. Hope everyone's doing well today. Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, all that fun stuff. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Okay. So, I got this game a long time ago. I think actually around the time it first came out. Because it was back when I was still in college. Or around the time I was in college. When this came out in 2014, it looks like. At least according to the copyright stamp at the bottom. And I played it a little, but never got around to actually properly playing it. I think I got about 5 hours or something like that, 3-4 hours into it, something like that. I remember basically nothing of it, and then just never got around to playing it again. And one of my buddies recommended it for the series in general, and I said, you know what, I think I have the first chapter of this, and sure enough, I do. So, I figured, oh, it's old enough. This computer can probably handle it, no problem, in its diminished state. We're gonna give it a little go. This game is what, 12 years old now? Or 14? Yeah, 12 years old now. So, bit of an oldie at this point. But I'm not unfamiliar with old games. I played Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI for the first time last year. And those were treats, for sure. Definitely two of the better RPGs I've ever played. Especially Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is hands down one of the best games I've ever played. It's so good. The pacing in Chrono Trigger is amazing. Something I wish that a lot of modern games would take the approach on. It's just don't stretch a 20-hour game into 80 hours just so that you can say, oh, we got this many people for playing for this long. It's no, just make your game, make your story, make your money, and be done with it. All right. Normal, average difficulty for those with wanting a little challenge. Hard, a difficult setting for those who find normal a bit lacking. Nightmare. It's your funeral. May Adios be with you. You know what this menu, like this menuing, actually reminds me of? And it's around the same time frame. I don't know if it was which one was inspired by which, but this reminds me of RPG Maker. Like the art style, the music style, the menuing on the UI. We'll do hard. Most RPGs I find pretty on the easy side if I play normal. Yeah, this just looks like, yeah, it's obviously better quality, but it does look like it's just straight out of RPG Maker. At least like the art style, like the same style. I don't think RPG Maker you can make it. I don't think it by default was asymmetric. So this is going to be different by its very nature, but yeah. That is really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And... Skara? Skara? How do you even say that? Shura. Probably Shura. Gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. So bored. Oh, jeez. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. I'm home. Cassius. Sorry I kept you waiting. Is it Estelle? Taking care of the house while I was away. You run into trouble? You didn't get hurt fighting bad monsters, did you? Fit as a fiddle. Reminds me though, I brought you a present. What kind of present? What is he carrying? A new fishing pole, sneakers, something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes or jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when I go to play outside with it. Anyways, hey, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now why don't you come and have a look? I don't know if I like that frame transition where it just kind of blurs the two and shifts it slightly. The weird artistic choice. Kid looks like he's been through hell, actually. Here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Why is my present a boy? Alright, that's pretty funny. Don't make such a fuss or you awake him. You mean he's still alive? Yeah. That looks kind of dead if you ask me. I mean, I kind of did say he looked like he's been through hell. After his wounds, he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. Well, that's so. If you wouldn't mind, heating a kettle for some cold water on the stove, I appreciate. Sure sleeps soundly. He almost looks the same age as me. First time I've seen black hair like that too. He looked like he was a bit smaller. I mean, considering that how he was carrying him. Although that might just be the way the models work. Nice head of hair. pair of amber eyes to go with it. Hmm. It's a nice smell. It's nice, or nice smell. That's nice and all, but how about we clean and fess up? Yeah, who's the kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why'd you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate, illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mama? Are we picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Shazard. Shurazard. Shurazard? Shurazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. I actually met this boy while I was out on business. And I don't even know his name. Embracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. He's waking up. Eyes really are the color amber. Humble home, try to rest. What you made a pull? To be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Well, I know that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way for you? Oh my gosh. Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Any idea what you're getting yourself into? Okay. Carrying a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. And you're like, that's gonna make it longer for your body to heal. You know what? Fair enough. Stell Bright. A daughter. I remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age. You mentioned it. Wait a minute, don't try to change the subject. Jeez. I don't think that's gonna help either. Yelling again, do I? Look at you jumping on me like that, it's just gonna make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget. His word of advice would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even if it's a chance of making her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, well. Aren't you forgetting something? Your name. You know the thing people call you? You might already, so don't think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours. Actually, things if you ask me. Trying to hide now will only serve your detriment. Fine. Name is... Oh, and they just don't tell you. Okay. It's a little loud. We're gonna turn it down just a little bit. Alrighty. Of course, they do the like full cast of character reveals, so you know you get the minor spoilers the entire way. You know, ever since I saw play Chrono Trigger, every time I see a clock like that, I just immediately assume time travel. Doesn't look like that's actually the case, but it's just my presumption. Are we gonna get like 8 party members or something like that? Because I think they've revealed like 8 characters so far. Which I'd be happy to see like a proper full like 2-party set that I could play. Or rotating characters. As long as they do like XP and like power growths properly when characters are not in your party. Nice. That feels like an opening from the 15s or the 20 teens. Excuse me. Nothing crazy fancy, just you know. So bright in here. Yeah, Morning Sun does that. Slept like a rock. She has a straw hat just hanging on the corner of her bed there. Must be his dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Josh was still in bed. Oh, it's the harmonica. Okay. I better get myself ready then too. Morning, Estelle. Yeah, I gotta turn this down a little bit further. It is drowning out my ears, and no doubt it's probably drowning out, Can I... No, I can't. I'm gonna have to do it when I get into the, I heard you were up when you started to play. Okay. I probably need to turn this down a little bit. Look at how awake you are, even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. With the siren song, you're gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. We mean woman. We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Joshua. Yeah, but I clearly the woman of the house. Makes you something like a father, would you agree? Yeah. How fortunate for you. Could at least try and sound a teeny bit sincere. Nice tune though, cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like our songs, of course, but this one's my favorite. Or what's it called again? Whereabouts of Light. Yeah, I'm not kind of like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think harmonica is much easier. Or concentration. Probably right. I guess one is just that I don't mind something that uses my whole body. I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting switches too? We're just sitting around and just reading your music. I get impressed with that, just that. Excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Well, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. What kind of boy loves fishing? Loves a girl who's fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes. Jeez. That's enough about hobbies for now. I figure I wish I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Dad. Morning, Dad. Breakfast rate. Anyway, why don't you hurry it down and get it before it gets cold? Oh boy. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, I'm stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling? Kids eat and sleep a lot, grow a lot. Make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget put that energy into your work too. As you two are finishing up your training at the guild today. We'll be reviewing everything we've learned to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be racers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not gonna let you treat me like a kid anymore either. Still lack of understanding, still. You can only become junior racers in the beginning. Or in other words, a trainee. Or like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged racer. Well, not fair, a little hard work. Watch and see what people have done. You'll be obviously successful. You will be lucky before I pass you too. Let's start a rival here. You do it. And Estelle, keep your focus on task at hand. The test later today. Wait, what? Tell me you didn't forget about the test. You're the one that checks whether or not we're mastered the skills we've been learning and training. Who remembers? Shura? Yeah, Shura. Saying if we failed, we'd be stuck at a ton of extra homework. I guess I can't remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat, I'm sure we'll match some other. Oh my gosh. Wow, crazy. How sad. Child might end up with such a careless, over pessimistic personality. And that raised me, so I definitely cut you. I so much like, but whatever. Go over to the guild soon. Shura is waiting for us. How crazy she gets when she keeps waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Oh, ruined style scallop fish in balsamic vinegar sauce. What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can help. Or our stomachs. Want to see what kind of reaction I get. Of the usual fried fish and omelet. Not for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude. I can't say he's wrong. That's before we head out. I'd like to pick up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. I'm supposed to be getting the latest edition today. News from the General Store. Have it in Mira. That's what you can have. However, that means no wasteful spending. Okay. Head out. See you later, dude. We're gonna give Shirazard my regards. So I'm guessing Shira and Shirazard are the same person. Okay, so running is toggle. Oh, that's weird. Is this a 2-button game? Voice is on or off, but... Excuse me. There hasn't been any voices yet. Transparency... Excuse me. Oh geez, okay, this is kind of hard to read. Oops. All right. This game dies whenever you click off of it. Oh. Excuse me. So, fair number of places. Oh, interesting. So this is like, so this is the, if I remember correctly, this is like the Materia system, but it's like Materia system on steroids. It was developed like past the, oh, just, you know, put this in and here's a thing. Done. Alrighty. Starting at level 3. Range +1. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. You fight on a grid in this, don't you? That's weird that they use the the cancel button as the menu button. I'm just gonna check everything, see if I can pick stuff up from the a like random containers or anything like that, or if it has to be chests. It looks like it has to be chests. Okay, so it does give an indicator. Ah, chest. Alright, apparently that's a non-interactable chest. Anyway, Dad, I'm gonna be alright if you stay play this instead of going to the guild today. You haven't been there in a couple days now. You have a lot of paperwork to sort out. Don't worry, okay, big enough. The guild's not likely to fire anytime soon. It's the most convincing thing I've heard come out of your mouth. It's interesting that they let you do free rotation on a asymmetric, like it is actually 3D modeled. It's just designed as asymmetric. It's interesting. Oh. Oh, interesting. It gives you the indications of what's where on which direction. And then we can select open the map. Okay. We're gonna change the back to 45 degrees. North, Roland's 80, 49 Slate, Gunner Gate, 59 Slate. West Bridge Heights. So, which way am I going? Is it Roland? It's closer, so we'll just go here first, I guess. I guess so. Barely graduated from Sunday school. Studied so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is the last day of training. Truth be told, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. I guess it did. Alright then. To make the last. That's the hazing for Shara. Okay, let's get Shara the bracer skill over there then. Okay, so the various shops, Septon Church, Orbital Factory, Lodging, Bracers Guild. Okay, so that's the Bracers Guild right there. There's M's and R's. I'm gonna be doing that the entire game. Mr. Ed Elger, sir. Better you. But today's your last day training, isn't it? Remember saying something about it last time in the store? Let's see, you just Joshua. On the other hand, you got good reason to worry. You're a bit scattered ever since she was a scout. Probably Oxford took on the head play with the boys. Really? I guess the scatterbrain trade isn't something new then. Give you a head, you don't shut up. Scattered. Shop. Rates. What do you have for me? Weapon upgrades, armor upgrades, basic boots. Prevents poison, prevents burn, prevents sleep. I'm gonna refrain from buying stuff for the time being. General goods store. Surreal. Joshua, did you come by pair of shoes? Nice right there is in this talk. Newest Vegas. You actually forgotten why we came here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to buy a copy of the local news. Alright, yeah. Around noon? Huh. Really no training at the guild house. We'll stop by after the training's over. Okay. Does this guy have anything in his home that I can just hijack? Oh, he has a bloom. Wish it was so crispy. The flowers. Okay. Is it this? It's this one. Okay. Orbital Factory. What's this? Estelle. Those orbits working out for you that we tuned the other time you were here. In your case, so it's not whether the ornament is good or bad, its problem lies in the way you use it. Then you'd learn twice as much. No need to get upset when the problems first start. But you'd be able to handle it. Because that's past you, Joseph. The Zenith Central Factory. I pretty much couldn't use one of these things either. Even you could have heard it. An engineer, even if I can't use one. But since you're aiming to become a bracer, you'll have to learn how. So I seem to be here rather early. Speaking of the orphans, isn't the one outside a house burned out? They say it's people. But they weren't. Now we can get fire and light. They're flip of a switch and even ships fly in the skies. I don't like it. I think it's way too convenient these days. It's really just learn it. And made these things really hard work, sweat. I tell you, as a player, I always knew the meaning of the phrase "hard work." You're probably right. Okay, so that goes outside. Oh my gosh, seriously? Okay. So you modify / trader, so slots, orbital quartz, not openable. Okay, already opened it. Okay, Joshua. This one looks like it has to be. Oh, so you need to have whatever it is on the sides there in order to open it up. Okay. And I need to have the appropriate quartz to get the necessary thing. 5% defense, 5% HP. Strength, bonus strength minus defense. Bonus agility, bonus speed. Okay. Can't get any of them right now because I don't have the necessary quartz. Morning, Claire. Morning, Estelle, Joshua. Do the two of you really become racers? How did you know? Because working in the media is my future goal. The news service I'm working on for. Either. Oh, sure thing. It says that two of you are going to be in the tabloids. Rather the two lovers embrace to stand just as I feel like the journey around but don't fold. Lovers aren't lovers, we're family. Understand anything I said. There's no doubt. Josh was adopting things could go either way in the future. How old are you? Sure. Abend Bar. Wholesome pasta. 100 Mira. He let me be manager of the bar after starting in the morning and serves until it's been more of a waiter than anything else. Oh. French fries. Heals 100 HP and +1 move. Interesting. 250 HP and cures poison. Permanent eye, 100 HP and cures blind. Oh, trade Sepith? How do you say Sepith? The yesterday's sales Tyler breakfast service has been going really well. I think comes up with all the good ideas. Listen to me and listen well. Right now is the time for us to be purchase lumber and stuff. During any potential risk, I'm going to buy as much as I can with the budget. Made arrangements regarding the lumber. Looking into something right now. Welcome. So Joshua. Been a while, hasn't it, Lisa? You going out today? But you're on a date together? We're actually on our way to Racers Train. Is that all? Most people seems to have decided on career goals, working hard to achieve it. I expected you're a bit different than everyone else, though. Anything wrong with that? Oh, I just thought it was very like you to pick unusual routes, that's all. That's right. Tio decided that she was going to help out at her parents' farm. Even said for us to go and visit her sometime. Tio, you're working in the mines. Okay. Am I able to actually hop into the back here? Sorry, pair of early birds today. Good morning. Denzel. Sponsored by requested customers, I started offering breakfast. Today's special is wholesome pasta. Super. Okay. You know what? I have 100. I have 100. I'm gonna have money later as well. It's just 8 wholesome pasta. Oh. I feel as though I've been scammed. Alright. There's the church, and then there's this building over here. This is just a random building. You know, my husband knocked over his bookshelves again, so it's now so distant I can't go inside. The Kingdom Compendium of Urban Technology against the Seraph Church and Bracer Guild. Each of these books read the book I just bought with the other day when put these books in order. Can I read from books from the bookshelves? No, not in this game. Okay. Talk icon. Oh. What's this? There's a notebook sitting on the table of the desk. I'm very sorry. I live in a small rural mining station today. I received some job requests from a few clients to the culture data farm. Nearby this day would help turn over some fields. Was anyone kidding? The kind of job is a chick when it comes to the skill with a pitchfork. My job last job I was a babysitter. First I thought watching a bunch of kids would be easy. It turned out I was wrong, dead wrong. To me there was seven whiny kids in the house. Even the professional like myself, 7 kids are a bit much bad, but Bracer will do my duty. I work to get to work, and the cradle was the one who wouldn't stop and change the mess of Deborah broke the fights over toys, and even managed to do a ton of small jobs around the client's house, like washing the laundry, cleaning up, and taking their dog for a walk. Even when I got hungry, I felt like I had no more energy to go on. I didn't forget my duty to report to the guild. If I ever gave up, what a loser I'd be in front of everyone. And through all this, I arrived at the guild where other bracers and offices stared at me in amazement. That's right, you guessed it. I'm famous for being a bracer of this town. Other bracers pay attention to me like this. I have. Maybe they're probably just jealous of my spirits. Anyway, where were we? Okay. I remember now. So I was on my way to report the receptionist when suddenly grabbed me by the collar behind. Turning around, I realized someone more scary than any monster alive. It was my dad. After striking me good with one on the head, he yelled so that everyone could hear. So you think you could just run off and play bracer every day without even bothering to help out your mother around the house, huh? After that, he dragged me all the way home and lectured me until who knows when. I didn't do anything wrong either. Seriously, what the heck? I'm a selfless play bracer. Today I'm off again to maintain peace in the region and solve whatever problems need solving or requested my clients. Somehow I feel like this is actually just a kid. That boy. You've gone. Luke, he took off with a bite of breakfast. This feels like this is a large area, but it feels like an empty city. Is the other one who told you about the place to begin with? Alright. Wait. Oh, you can go into the clock tower. Mr. Peggington. Peddington. Oh, if we haven't got here, Cassie's naughty daughter and clever son. I thought I hadn't been around a while. You show up all grown up. Are you here every day? I'm somewhat of a new home for me. It has been raining my days guarding this clock tower. So, something in your mind? We'll climb up to the observation deck. Or I guess. Someone's afraid of heights. That's my guess. Alright, and then this is the chapel we got here. I have had still engaged this morning, early. Since I saw the both of you. Wait, you like to graduate? Bit, I guess. For mass, it is really very long. Somehow I feel like the church in this game is probably gonna play like a major story role in something nefarious. Oh, what's this? A cup on top of a star? Uni. They were just here just a minute ago. To them suddenly took off and went somewhere. Someone tells me I'm gonna have to pull those two kids out of a gutter somewhere. Fremont. The miss from the word merchant from the was committed by lumber. All right. Ina? Very good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Oh, we're gonna get ads in a second? Okay. Is Shira here already? Yeah, she's waiting up for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as a member of the Brave Sisters Guild. Good luck to both of you. Lots of jobs and things on the wall there. All right. Star and the Hangman, Hermit and the Magician. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Ugh, that is a weird one. In a different combination, how should I interpret this? Oh. We got ads. Nope. We got ads? There we go. There we go. All right, I will be back in a minute. Alright, ads are done. Good. Alrighty. Back to it. Alright, good morning. What is going on with my cables here? There we go. There's Estelle and Joshua. Waiting for both of you to show up so early. I figured, why not? Go to the road and become a bracer myself. Give you credit for the enthusiasm. I'm working hard today in every way I can think of to make sure your high-spirited attitude yours holds up. Hope you're ready. I can feel the enthusiasm dropping already. Right, you. Every time we teach you something, somehow manage to forget it. Strange way of keeping some of the information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. She's picking on me. Good. Alright. Still maybe head saying and rarely ever does homework. Act rationally, overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are usually sharp, and I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use orbit with some practice eventually, probably. Okay. There's not much I can do except hope for the best. Hold on a second. I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. That's odd. As if I described all of your best traits accurately. Okay, sure. What are you predicting with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. I was trying to get a vague reading on what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have in the right mindset to interpret cards correctly. Couldn't read the cards? That's surprising. Actually, more profound than me, the cards, the more difficult they are to interpret. That's not important now. I think it's time we start final training. All the information we've been covering in the previous training. It's a minimal level of knowledge the bracer should have in order to function effectively. Estelle, I'm sure you pay attention closely to what it's going to say. Okay. Ornament. Bunch of exposition. Alright, ornaments are mechanical devices which operate using what is known as orbital energy. Based on their structure and type of quartz or process septum installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention. Okay, so it's relatively new technology. Bases plate. Well, I guess that's not really that different than, like, what was made 50 years ago? Like, TV and cars are about 100 years old. Well, no, TV's about 100 years old. Cars are probably close to about 200 or so. 150. So, yeah. It plays an integral role of forces factors like the heat or everyday produce magic, even airships. In connection with technology reform, commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Bracers. I imagine this is just like a standard, like, we do jobs guild. Investigation and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain stability in their respective regions. They aid in communicative and various ways as such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and extorting goods and people. Bracers Guild, which establishes bases across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. Okay. Liberal Kingdom. This entire map, okay. We got a bird of some kind over what looks like 3 connected dots. Liberal, which we live, sits on the western half of the Zuri continent and abound with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal's proud The receptive of the known as high-level technology used to develop orbment. Technology is also being the key player support liberal neighbors. 10 years ago, Libya was invaded by the Albarian Empire. It was use of orbital-powered airships that saved the Q from defeat. Consequently, even now is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Libya enjoys peace. Since you've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook with the condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to practical portion of your training. Sergio, how is practical training any different from training we've done before? Practical means that you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have both of you run through everything as if it were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, don't be any studying at a desk involved. Accomplish or finish your task. Make sure you have your work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. They just what the doctor ordered. I don't know what I'm going to do if I had to send another tape. I'm going to touch parked at a desk. You got all worried for nothing. But suddenly you're all right and cheerful. The smile of yours lasts until the end of the day's training. Let's crack on first objective, shall we? Job will be performing, but before that, there's something we need to give both of you. Yeah, they ready? Alright, you two, go to get one for each of yourselves. You can talk from a pretty good distance, it looks like. Alright, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer's notebook. It serves as the official way of recording status of your current job. Also, anyway, so it's just the journal. Okay. Clearly, no matter anything, something may seem, always write it down. Looks like it's going to be a pain. Oh, please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me because I only hear one response. Actually, it was two. The accurate count of events is important for all bracers. Bonus save, more style. Okay, got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. I see the bulletin board standing. The job description is posted there. Few details. Can you check more than one? No, just this one. Okay. Training. Term long pays 500. Direct request. These training will be involved searching the sewers. We need to roll it and bring back the contents of a chest. Details are for details. Okay, for the bulletin board and important events automatically recorded in the department notebook. Here's a notebook that is easily found by clicking the book tab in the menu item. You can also be accessed to the bracer's shortcut by configuration menu. Okay, looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions of Bracer's job. Checking it regularly to see whether or not any urgent attacks immediately attention to bracers. I can't correct my style. There's a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility for the jobs themselves. Think of a bracer was for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. Okay. I think that's a typo. Is that so? Had changed heart, have you? Gotcha. Alright, well before the motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get work to the next task. What are we doing this time? Across the street to Mr. Melder's orbital factory, learning about how it's used as services engine. It's great to take the time of his working schedule to explain things, so make sure you are on the best behavior. Oh, we're just going right there, okay. Learn how to use orbital factory services so effectively modify it to support ports in order for you to use orbital arts. There's a wide range of effects. The master is extremely helpful. This is pretty risky, so Guild has long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyways, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melder, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. Do you like to know? Orbits, orbitals, okay. Orbits are mechanical devices that effects through installation of various types of ports. By definition, that means that light airship engines, and so on are also types of armaments. However, the ones we will be distributing are battle armaments, which enhances the user's physical abilities and makes it possible to use magic. To adjust matches the owner's personal aptitude, the structure of these devices is also different from each owner. With the shape of the fixed element slot, at any rate, they are easily layman's. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. The central slot is open, but the other orbital slots must be opened at orbital factories like this, and it takes a fair amount of steps too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what would you like to know about, right? Orbital arts. Simply put, orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle ornament. However, a number of particular effects can be produced as single orbital energy stored within the mechanical device. In orbital arts can be a mouthful. They are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, the corresponding quartz must be synthesized at orbital factory. Ornaments are also that once the particular quartz is installed in the slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. They also charge depending upon the elemental value and combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, you have to install quartz with water elemental value. Hey. Reality ornaments are complex and they have to describe with it information. Okay, so this is one of the things that I kind of wish that old games like from like the 90s would bring back, and that is just like very like watered down basic next to nothing explanations, and then just let the players mess around with stuff and figure it out. I'm gonna read it all because it's here, but my goodness. Quartz are circuits made from step. Quartz of vast number of effects raise the owner's abilities, so making it possible for them to use arts. However, you'll not be able to harness any of these effects in the quartz until you use them in the slot. Decide which is at a time. Okay, that's whatever stuff. Fragments of 7 which are dropped by monsters. They're divided into 7 types: Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, Time, Space, and Mirage. Mirage? Such a weird last element. Some can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but the orbital factory, it can be used as quartz open orbital slots which installs into the quartz. That's what you would like to know about. Okay, yeah, we're done. Answered all your questions. Is there nothing else? By both of these services here. For that, I was going to need some stuff. Receive several of each type of elemental stuff. With that amount, you should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now you begin the first making an elemental quartz, but ornament. In your case, install any element quartz, but for Joshua, it has to be time element quartz. Normally, I should be able to exchange stuff from Mira, but for this training, you will not be able to use the services. Modify and trade. Oh, so we go to him after. Oh, no, we go here. Quartz. So let's get an action quartz. I mean, we'll just get one of everything, I guess. Because why not? And then for Joshua... Oh. And then we go into here. Ornaments. And only where it used time quartz. So this increases speed by 10. So he gets Clock Up and Soul Blur. Clock Up speeds up the flow of time. Speed is 25% faster. Soul Blur emits time-space shaking pulse. Faint 20%. Does that mean like there's a and these cost 10 EP. Each character has 50 right now. Okay, that's not terrible. Alright, so let's see here. Defense Quartz, which is the Stone Hammer. I'm gonna look at what all these do. So first we have Stone Hammer. There's a boulder. There's a large boulder on an enemy. We go with water. We lose out on the defense, but we get some HP. Single recovery. Deals 200 HP to an ally. An Aqua Bleed. Shoots a heavy stream of water at enemies. Attack gives us more offense. But less defense. Gives us Firebolt, which is shoot a flame bolt of fire. And then Evade, which increases agility. And then gives us Airstrike, Tear, and Shred an enemy with compressed air. Let me check something here. So he's the DPS type, and he has more powerful arts. What is she good at? The time one only gives him better speed, and she was slower than him already. She's just inferior, like, in every way. He has better arts. He has slightly less defense. But he has more hit points. He has more attack, more arts, more speed. I guess her benefit is that she can be whatever you kind of need her to be at level 1 for the quartz, but... let's give her... Let's just give her HP 1. Give her a little extra HP, gives her an offense and a heal, which we don't really have any healing items right now. Nation Stunning Quartz have you? Since you have both recovery and attack arts set up, it appears that you don't need any more instruction from me to tell you how to do the task. And if you balance arts, each of you, like, you should make the most easy. Additionally, with braces of information, which quartz allows you to use arts. The more powerful arts, check out the notes of the braces. Notebook works for you. Let's train the most finished. The last goal we need to hit. Wait. So I can check. Okay. Since HP which consumes you can have its maximum increased by opening up slots, would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now, if you want to use the stuff to open the slot, so we're meant to go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Hold on. Bracer's notebook. Oh dear gosh. Oh, here we go. So each one has a different element amount of requirement. Okay, I see here. Hold on, quartz. Oh, and we can see what ounce there is here as well. Oh no. There's a lot. There's a lot. Sees enemy stats. There's one that 100% killed Quartz Break. So it just lets you like clear out stuff super fast and avoid farming. Jeez. Strike, Confusion, EP Cut. Arts cost less. Bonus dex, so that's for hit. Shield is ISDF. Move evades. Action cast. Time to cast arts is cut. Interesting. Or one just basic stat improvements. Okay, so this, oh geez, there's a lot here. Okay. And then we get into magic, and it's just for orbital arts. Napalm Breath, Fireball EX, Special Force, Volcanic Rave. Jeez. And then there's a bunch of stuff in here. Hell's Gate, Mute, Faint. 20% attack and seal. There is a ton of stuff. My goodness. Press, that's a complicated one. That's my journal for this location. Okay. Magic setup. I feel like I'm reading a board game manual. What the heck? Oh, Ornament 1. Here we go. Ornament Arts. Ornament 2. Mirage symbolizes contingent. What? Perception, awareness, etc. What the heck? Okay. In Estelle's, the slots of 1 through 4 and 1, 5, 6 are separated into 2 lines. As Quartz is installed, the elemental value of the line is on what will be calculated. The line event until it reaches the necessary element values. Oh, interesting. Okay. Battle turn order. Status icons. Okay. Steel is cannot attack or use craft skills. Or S craft skills. Freeze, miss turn, damage after turn. Petrify, attack knockouts. Sleep, wake up if attacked. Petrify also does not wear off. Everything else wears off. Immune. Oh, here we go. Mute, no magic confusion, attack enemy and allies. Like blind reduces dex and agility. Rage, focus attack on provoker. So it's taunt. Immune, all damage immune for effective for 1 time. Move plus, agility plus, and then just regular. Okay. Physical attacks appearing with a 100% value will effectively deal a normal amount of enemy. It's the enemy with higher percentages. Okay, so that's percentage amount. So 100% is normal. Okay. Cooking. They have cooking in here too. Oh boy. Ooh, bracers perks. You should fix the amount of brace level will increase so special items will be awarded. Parameters. Higher value means more arts damage, less arts damage received. ADF, SPD, less time between turns, dexterity, faster, easier to land hits, agility, easier to avoid attacks. Alright. And then towns, that we can't have that on the map. Okay. Okay, good. Modify and trade. Slots. So Joshua only has a short line, and then he has a very long line. Estelle has one line that's shorter, but like one line that's slightly longer and one line that's slightly lower. So Joshua, so if I'm understanding this correctly, Joshua's going to be able to get generally speaking, higher tiers of magic, but he's going to be more, but generally what you want to he's going to want to be more focused. Whereas Estelle is going to be a lot more of a generalist by comparison. If I'm understanding this correctly. Right, so she'll have 3 total in one line. He'll have 2 total in one line. And then he'll have a, and then she'll have a 3 and a 4. He'll have a 2 and a 5. Okay. And that, so the center one you want to have is your best one, the one that you want to have to go into both. And then, okay, I see how this can get complicated. Estelle has the reach, and I think she has higher movement. Where's move? No, he has higher movement, she just higher range. Okay, so it's actually just kind of preference here, then. I would say because Joshua is going to work out to be the better caster, I'm going to focus on making him... Well, he's the better caster, but it's going to have to be time-oriented in both directions. Whatever. We'll open up Joshua's. Oh, and we want to... Oh. Oh, that's how you... Okay, we can open up the book that way. And we're going to give you... He's got bonus speed. You know what? Let's just turn him into a glass cannon. Bonus attack, bonus speed. Open up the slots and see the central slots. Certain element will be best to increase your ornament early on. Yep. The training here is over. Factory now. Time to wait for the questioning test. Pardon? Say test. What's this thing? Did you question this morning? Oh my gosh. Future the brace is sealed in humanity. Oh, it's only the testing area. You mean like now? Well, if I'm ready for... Well, let's see happen a little more walking. I thank you for your help. You're rooting for you. You left me high and dry. But just when we begin here, with use what you've learned up to this point. What's wrong? Shira? Kind of away, but there's not gonna be a paper test or something. Guess he's dropped you on your head as a child or something. You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I haven't made you jot down the notes in the brace book unless you forgot to do that. Pretty sure the job listing mentioned a search review if I'm in the sewers ringing any bells yet. Infinite grace of bestowing me such wonderful is. Okay. What's wrong with you? Do you have some remember some positive things? I have to check on you too. It's supposed to be a test, so how about you try and at least look a little anxious to... You know, if you happen to flunk this test and don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I'll have in store for both of you. And just blowing a hot air as a result of the test. Anyways, both you saw a bulletin board and search for the sewers. Yeah. However, these are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless, you will be sorry. Also, let me give this before I forget. Tier Ball. Monster Guide. It's book 4. It's called a Monster Guide, and it used to record information on monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attribute, you should make it indicate. Okay, yeah. So it lets us keep track of elemental weaknesses and stuff. Okay. And then I assume the tear bombs are healing items, considering that tear was the healing spell. Just make sure we treat it as such. Okay. Tear bomb healing stuff formulated from Sefton Church. Battle positions. So I feel like I want them as far up as possible because they're both melee characters. Wait a minute, still. There used to be a recovery point over there, so we should use it if our HP or EP become low. Dangerous areas. Recover point. Two choices will be displayed up as the okay button. Yeah, so it's just a heal shrine. Awesome. I imagine that's a monster. Careful not to let them take advantage of the blind side. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They become visible as you approach them. Just to start with battle, change depending on how monsters engage. Engaging the enemy from behind is advantageous while being attacked. Okay, so they have the front and the back approach. Oh, I should have hit the heal thing because I have bonus HP and bonus EP right now. Okay. Battle order bar. Range of no attacks be performed. Oh, cool. I see. Can I... So you can't choose where you're just gonna stand. You just go there. Alright, well that's kind of annoying. And then, okay, so that costs you a turn. Okay, well they're not fighting back in this fight. Okay, cool.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Alrighty, and then we get some... Got Juicy Bone. Okay. So we're definitely gonna heal real quick here. Rest. Essentially ingredient for soup broth, used in numerous dishes. Oh, it's for cooking, okay. Here comes some more. These some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Let's take time to cast. Into intelligence stations, okay. Hints. Arts are effective against foes which are difficult to hit with weapons or those without physical attacks will affect. Use EP on arts. All arts have elements. Determine the element that most effective the foe use it. So Aqua Bleed. And it's just the entire field. Jeez. Okay. And it takes a while for her to be able to cast that too. Then they're just gonna skip their turns, I imagine. Yeah. All right, interesting. Simple enough.
We're good to go.
Crisp onion. Okay, apparently bats carry crisp onions. Okay, I need to check something here. Is there a way to increase battle speed? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's try using craft this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides dealing damage, they are worth a shot. Okay, crafts have range limits, but they can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out receiving damage during battle. Crafts are special character skills which not only deal out damage, but also have a broad range of effects. Using crafts consumes CP is gradually gained by dealing out, so basically by playing. Okay, craft. Shout out encouraging allies, plus 20% strength. And this is S-craft. Okay. Oh, it's both. Okay.
Come on.
Plus 20% strength. That's actually a lot. Dual strike. Unless you double strike the dual blades. I mean, you attack first, so we'll just hit you. Okay. And then I can't use it again because it costs 20 points. Okay. Fair enough. Run regular attack will kill anyways because of the bonus strength.
All right, we're good to go.
Okay. Reviving Balm. Okay. Good. Useful. Door is rusted and appears to be locked. Oh, I was surprised at a creepy thing. Just an easier way to take care of them. With an S-craft or S-break should do the trick. Just about any enemy. Catches our CPS to be 100 to pull us off these moves. Text will be used. So they just like limit breaks. Just big one shots that you can do. S breaks can be changed going through tactics and saying S break with the main menu. Okay, so that's what that was. Okay, these are S breaks. These are actions that allow S craft to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order once CP gauges. Oh, so let's just steal a turn. I'm supposed to be using S break to change going to tactics in the menu. Press the break. Okay. It did not scale correctly. The S break cannot be unleashed under the conditions. Now press the big button to unleash an S break. If you are using keyboard, that you may use numbers 1 through 4, or the arrow keys selected for it. Oh, I'm pressing B. We'll hit you because you're all the way at the back.
Here I come.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't actually move her. Interesting. We'll attack you because we can get rid of you. And then have you go.
Let's do this.
Service. Okay, so they're just big damage. Just big damage limit breaks.
All right, we're good to go.
Nothing special, but useful. Curative Horn. Alright. I think that's our objective this way, so we'll just do it this way. Tutorial level. Best we're after, huh? Made this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. We got a little breathing room at least. Pay close attention to our battle this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. There are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effects regarding the use of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S-Break to ignore battle aura makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Oh, interesting. These icons indicate bonuses allotted to the battle. If a bonus icon appears next to the character, they will receive that bonus. Heal 10 HP. Step up icon indicates the effect of each icon. Okay, let's take this guy out. These guys out first. This guy, so he's just gone. We're gonna get punched around a little bit, probably. Alright. Oh, it's 10%, not 10. Craft. Or not craft. Arts. Increase your speed because you're gonna get a turn here. Aqua bleed. You know what? Let's just go for the attack. Step up. Really makes him go faster. Oh geez, okay. Let's go with... No, that's not gonna be worth it. Yeah, tear ball on yourself. Because you're gonna get punched in the mouth again pretty quickly here. Arts. Aqua bleed. This guy. So it doesn't disrupt. You just get hit. Wait, she only took 8 damage from that. Do you have bonus defenses while casting? Arts. Firebolt. Because of his increased speed, he's actually able to just go right away. Oh, and he didn't do a whole lot of damage there. Okay. Yeah, she takes significantly less damage. Stolbler. Okay, let's see here.
All right, we're good to go.
Everything except for blue and time, or water and time, it looks like. Juicy bone, curative horn. Small box, ×2. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. In fact, there's not just one, but two. Is kind of interesting. Two. What's inside? So our mission is to search and retrieve only. Pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objectives. You're no fun at all. It's nothing to do with our mission. Let's go. Good, honest curiosity. We're the only ones down here. We can get away with the Teen Swings Peak, right? I feel like flunking today's test, but by all means. City F-word. Oh my gosh. An automatic fail did both of us. The real job, the contents of the boxes would belong to the client, and as long as they were nothing illegal, we'd have no right to open them. Sure, get back. No, wasn't getting out of here. Okay, so I can use the okay, so they give me both options on the hop. That's pretty good. Just in case there's a fight on the way back. I don't think there is. Let's do a quick rest. Just to restore everything. It's EP is relatively limited, it looks like. Generally speaking, unless you have something that's gonna give you a lot. It looks like it's generally limited. You have to rely a lot on craft and basic. I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Small boxes, yep, they're the real deal, alright. Unless you have evidence of tampering either. Close one. Should try to set us up like that. Here's another view. You have successfully passed the qualification test. Simple would be a problem for us to view. Sure, Chad, what's in those boxes you had us get? It's for me and you to find out after your training is finished. But for now, let's get back to work. We have some things left to do. You say we passed the test? You'll have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that both of you are tired, but this is your duties. Let's get back to the guild. This is big of you over. Well, let's keep it straight line. Alright, policy is how to report to a guild. Whenever you finish a job, it's well, guild. Community itself, situation is our part of the job is. Front desk, and he's right. No, he's in charge of the branch. In addition, this is where all your work will be paid. Here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of your training today. Reports. Junior Bracer's 9th class. 1 BP and 500 Mira. It seems like you were able to complete your objectives without running into major problems. This is spending on how you handle the job. You may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you received. Results of your work pay the guild for Mira, so you will receive accumulated points, which are indicative of your Bracer's achievements. Special campaign guild. Register at 9 of each goal. Please set your sights on the first rank and work hard. For the usual, don't worry about it. Here's an important feature of the guild. Send these to any case. Owned. There's involved, and it'll involve the whip. Alright, let me say, good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. You'll be learning from real-world experience. Well done. In answer to your question, yes, these boxes received during the training test. It is fine inside. It's okay if we open them? Side. Sweet. Junior Bracer. Well, best is it's where Sub Bright and Joshua Bright beginning today at 1500 hours. You are hereby appointed Junior Bracers. Okay. Well, Justice Continuation, welcome to the fold. Bracers Guild. Huh? No, I just not begin again. What? Should we jump for joy if anyone has screaming at the top of your lungs like this? Oh gosh. I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. It's making a lot of extra hours. That's. Oh, before that, I want to thank you. Training recruits spend many duties. It was a long time when your father just trained me, so that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? Actually, more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. Full-fledged Bracers help the guild recruit yourselves. Let's do that. The gray hair makes her look older than she actually is. Then. I don't get what. But AA, the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. It's why I said that she holds Dad in such high esteem. He just seems like a nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always doing who knows what instead of being a father. Okay. I was surprised that you would see him in that fashion. Never mind. Very high up. See if your dad knows qualified junior bracers. Okay. That's you too. Still, they just run. Hey, sure. What's the oh great? It's a Stell remark. What's the big hurry? How about you tell me where you're heading? You're wandering out of town alone, are you? You're full of muscle, I hope you know. So, you know, there's no room for girls to stick where who knows what boys with business. Just think about me. Being tasty. There's better tasting milk and liver than those from Pencil Farms. But no way. Just a few minutes ago to qualified bracers. Like braces are trained, really. I don't think she... Could be a killjoy. So Brett, you call friend. Now that's just mean. The game, I don't know, Estelle. You know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16-year-olds out. Like it, only mature people allowed. So kids are in Sunday school. Oh, I should with this Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. Try Estelle. Train my secret base. You know what? It's a good bracer too. Okay. That boy, he's always trying to pick plays. He just plain hates me or something. But I think it's the exact opposite. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Luke... I don't know why, but something makes me a bit curious. It's not really what I meant by curious. Okay. We have a bunch of... Where can I see... Is it in items? It's in items, okay. You can see what I have. I don't have a cooking set or anything like that, so I can't do that. This is, I believe, equipment. Training went well. Shop. Convert. Oh, I see. So if I need more money. I think armor is going to be more important overall. Spike boots, pair of shoes with non-skid soles. So I can get one of these. Shut up! Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just going to run the ad now. Oh, hope I turned my mouse on. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hmm. Oh no, wait. I want the shop. Based on probability, we're gonna need poison or blind prevented first. We'll buy 2 of these for sure. And then we're gonna go, and then we gotta make sure we grab, so we're calling the Hyper Bracer. Steph, now I'm gonna deliver news come in. You too. Whatever, healthy phone copied in. Alright, I'll have a mirror for that. Alright, sure does. Excellent report, okay. He's supposed to have the running story of the Queen Anne's birthday celebration. Gift is way more saying. Congratulations. Free sample received as well. Recipe book. Ah, the cooking stuff. Yep. Just limit yourself to the time you're going to be cut pretty deep into your wallet. The recipe comes into play if you eat food to recover your strength. Instead, it's basically free. All the ingredients, anyways, if you eat something somewhere, but know what it is, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. Ah. Maple cookie. Let's never turn down sweets. No. Why? And you need it. Well, I'm using my phone right now. Okay. The maple cookie recipe. Basically, all you have to do is eat food with a recipe as simple as that. You should eat whenever you come across it, you have an opportunity to try before. I don't like cooking at all. It's just that I've never seen to get any better. It'll increase your really it's my life. Okay. I have to solicit this one. Play good use. Use go-to meals to add to recipe. Selecting the recipe book. Okay. So if I go to recipe book, maple cookie. Do I have this other one I ate earlier? No, so I got scammed. Okay, so in that case, we want to go up to here. Oops, no. Yeah. Oh, this is the hotel. I don't want to get the hotel. I want to go to here. Wholesome pasta. Add wholesome pasta recipe. Then we shop. And then we buy. French fries. And buy flowery soda. Alright, we are officially broke. But we have some recipes, or some generalized recipes, so... Okay, so... X is that. Alright, and... Wholesome pasta also requires flour, but... and olive oil. But it heals 180, so that's pretty good. Wait, go to? Sit down, heals HP for all. Oh, I see. And then go, and that is a to-go, ready-made cook. Oh, cookie for snacks. Okay, I see. I understand now. So, Josh, I'm glad I found you too. Seem to be in quite a hurry. We have a problem. Is your father home today? Yes, he is. He says something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. What's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? In fact, we just saw them long ago. Trouble, but we just heard from Uni and Luke, and that Luke and Moran at a town that lies on the northern skirts of Roland. Oh, great. I mean the Tower of Amacia. That was supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters. They say. This hazard is out on other brace risks, so I wanted to ask your father bring home boys so if they talk about. There's no time for that. Joshua will have to think about that. I just qualified. I believe that is those judges correct in this situation. I was afraid we even catch the boys before they reach the tower. So I'll ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safety of these children. We reached by taking the western path at the junction along Mirage Trail. Mirage Trail through Roland's northwest gate. Any trouble, you know where to find me. Okay. We have one thing to do real quickly first, though, and that is... is there any quick swaps? But... You can't spam the buttons, apparently, because it doesn't work. Inputs are too fast. Oh, it's a landing port. I mean, I guess it is Trials in Sky. I think this is where we want to go. Yeah. Esmer's Tower's off this side there. Okay. Oh. Monster. Oh, it's out of range. Whoops. Focusing its power. You know what? Why don't we just go with Double Strike? Good. And then that way you just get rid of them and it's done and over with. Okay, so there's a little bit of order and things like that that's important for this. Beast flesh. Awesome. So that looks like a path you can take, but not right now. Alright, preemptive attack. Out of range. Probably, yeah, fire is probably very effective. Strength up. Can you reach it? No, you can't. Let's just move right here. Awesome.
All right, we're good to go.
And that'll give me some fluids. Oh, Ember's up. Alright. No, arts craft. Let's just deal with unit first, real quick. Because yours just gives me more strength, yeah, so. Let's see if Josh can actually just take you out on your own. Nope, not quite. That moves next. That moves you up into the turn order. Okay.
Piece of cake.
Get good decent XP off those guys. Lots of fire. Little beast flesh. Good. Okay. Get that one. Just move towards it because you're probably going to be able to hit it anyways. Small heal. Nah, let's move you. You can actually get close enough to attack. Oh, so if you move, there's actually a good chance that you'll get close enough to be able to attack anyways. Or it moves you up the turn order. Okay.
All right, we're good to go.
That's useful. Ooh, chest. Reviving Balm. Nice. Okay. Let's just do that. You attack this one. Yeah. I'm not gonna use that yet. Okay, so she's able to actually go critical. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to actually activate that. Oh, whatever.
Here I come.
Oh, and it actually uses all of it up, too. Not just 100.
Piece of cake.
Got the level up. Awesome. How good are the levels? Stella learned Taunt. Fresh herb. Status, maybe? Okay, access, no, I can't. I guess I have to find out what it does in actual battle, but I can hazard a guess. So, something tells me that she's going to be the de facto durable one over time. It says... tower, beware of monsters. Beat up some more monsters. Alright. Just get rid. Just take him out. Really? Okay. Wait, Are we seriously that much faster? It's actually a little bit annoying that every time you attack, they move a little bit further away. Oh, and then whenever you level up, you get a full HP EP recovery. Interesting. I did not know the beard is back. Last time I think I saw you, you have the camera, you were shaved. Well, shaved down. Also, hello. Yeah, I think it was a while ago I had, it was about, a little over a month ago. I had to, shave for a job. Didn't want to breathe in a bunch of fiberglass, so...
Piece of cake.
Hope you're doing well today. Okay, found Tear Bomb. Okay, that's good. Wasn't sure which side it was. Okay. So, is this... Oh gosh, these do a ton of damage. Good thing they go down in one hit, but jeez. Alright.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright, let's see here. Hit the backside. We want... We'll take you out with this if I can. Awesome. If I use... Okay, taunt. American House in the Midwest and mainly South Park of the USA saying the house sucks. Suck and don't use real shingles. I believe that. They fall apart like nothing here. 20 points. Support. Temporarily focus enemy on attention on self. Rage. Yeah, so it does exactly what I thought it did. Just attack this guy for flat because he'll probably... Alright, attack. Automatically a crit, so probably just kills. Nope, not quite. Take this guy out. Oh. So this guy would probably attack us now? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to build a European house and see the tornado rip through $1,000 per 100 square foot shingle get blown everywhere and throw back at your house at 400 miles per hour. Yeah, I mean, depending upon where you go, that is how it is. Like here in Canada, most of our stuff is built to withstand like every kind of weather because we get 30-degree weather. Powerful rain, not powerful, but reasonably potent rainstorms, and then we get minus 30-degree snow, like ice storms. So we kind of need to be set up to, so we are kind of set up to be able to handle most forms of weather. Though we don't get tornadoes up here. We might get like, we get like the odd one every couple of years. We'll see a small one, but it usually doesn't rip through too much. It's usually like come and gone. Shattering all your shingles are basketball-sized ice balls just smashed through your roof. Yeah. All the way estimate time. I didn't see any signs of them along the trail, so you think they under died inside. It's likely the case. Let's go in. In a hurry. Alright. Pat's voice is dark in here. I'm scared. Being a baby. First floor of this place, yeah, they did come in here. I don't understand how bad American weather could get. I don't think they also understand that in the United States, like a state is effectively the size of a smaller country in Europe, and there's that many varieties of weather there. Yeah, or so copies. Yeah, like that's a good example. Like to go from one coast to the all of Europe can fit in Texas. No, not all of Europe can fit in Texas. But a good number of countries can. Jeez. Answer me now. Master pretend they can't hear me. I have climbed to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. Alright. This looks like still in the frame of like relatively early 3D, so. Alright, second floor. Favorite phrase, important. Europe can fit in Texas. Oh, important, Europe can fit in Texas. So EU West. But yeah, like you make a good point. Like Ontario is the size of like 4 countries. Because like this is one of the things I remember telling someone. It's like you can drive for 18 hours in Ontario. Oh, excuse me. You can drive for 18 hours in Ontario and still be in Ontario and not be traveling in a different direction. Meanwhile, in Europe, you can be through like 5 countries, 5-6 countries in the span of like a couple of hours, depending upon where you go. But yeah, like that's just how big areas are in like North America, like Canada, US. More guns in Texas civilian population than almost all of Europe's already combined. I believe that. So where else? Oh, shoot, leave us alone. What are you doing here? Dude. Monster. Protect all NPCs. If an NPC reaches 0, the game's over. I mean, okay, easy enough. Let's go with Dual Strike. Puts her at the bottom. And the entire town is like that. Yeah, they pretty much. Hey, North, how's it going, bud? I just woke up. Fair enough. The health bars look a lot more troubling, make me look a lot more hurt than I actually am on the character models. I think it's the scaling. There's something wrong with the scaling. Down all the way to the bottom. Okay, good. I can go before. I don't think this will actually kill. It might. because you're hitting him. Oh, that's actually really good. Play if they make a new Star Ocean. I have not played Star Ocean, now that I think about it. I've been recommended Star Ocean, I think like half a dozen times by different people over the years, and I've just never gotten around to playing it. Although, funny enough, every single person that recommends Star Ocean to me always tell me, just skip the first one. don't play the first one. I don't know if it's bad or if it just aged poorly, but I'll probably play it, not gonna lie. Game, surprised you haven't played it. I didn't know about it until I was, like, in college. I didn't know about it until I was in college. And then I just never got around to it. I do like the story, though. That's fair enough. Aged poorly? Okay. Yeah, see, I don't have a problem if a game is aged poorly. Like a good example of a game that aged poorly was Kingdom Hearts 1. That's a game that has aged poorly. Like, if you try to play that now with it by having played any of the other Kingdom Hearts games, my god, is that awful. By the way, it was great timing with those monsters to sell. The same way of how Armored Core aged poorly. I mean, most games age not particularly greatly because they tried something experimental at the time. Oh, jeez. Fear aged well? Yes, it did. I've seen some stuff for Fear. It looks like it aged really well. Poor Pat with all the web earrings as well. Come on. Time to think about what you did. Violent She-Devil. I was like, I give you a special discipline. Just keep pulling on his ear. Like they teach us at school. Need forgiveness, but a little bit of discipline should do the trick. Still behind you. It's something with teeth, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Still has the most advanced MEAI in all of gaming. I believe it. Cecil. Or Cassius, not Cecil. Jeez, wrong game. What are you doing here? In town, I heard the whole story from to give you points. Be quick. Which is what I was told that is wrong. And gaming AI has gone far away and it's very primitive, but also have people who work in the industry to knock out the kneecaps of those people who say that. Oh, that one's actually supposed to be turned off. Hold on, I gotta turn off. I gotta kick the bot in the mouth for a minute here. Yeah, the Fear devs gave the illusion of smartness with how they shouted out their tactics. I believe it. Piss off. Jeez. Chat. No, not chat box. Cloud box. Timer. I forgot to turn off this one. There we go. I mean, the main thing that matters is that as long as the AI works inside of the scope that you're trying to make it work inside of, right? Like the Red Alert, like the Command & Conquer Red Alert AI is not a smart AI, but it works, like, aside from like very specific situations, so such as like it being stuck on an island away from the player, especially for like it being a 96, 98 time frame. the fact that the AI operates as well as it does inside the campaigns is still really, really good, and it functions well. Is it a primitive AI? Absolutely. But as long as you, like, it's one of those things, like, if you work with the tools that you have correctly, then you can make something really good. Children, but you failed to follow through completely. I messed up, didn't I? When you did. Should we watch it? That just means you have room for improvement. We're going from the weak spots to key. We at home. Without audio, they're smart, they take cover, they flank, they time your reloads. To be fair, that's better than what I've seen in a lot of other shooter style games. Although I haven't played a lot in the last while. That was his father. Alright. Got that here. Be thankful Dad saved my behind. Why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? Claps in my head. That's just the way he is. After all, right. Okay. I kind of wanted to scale that tower a little bit more, but whatever. I've seen smarter AI from the Crysis guys. Damn, those guys are tough to fight. Brother, don't get me started on the Crysis AI. Oh, buddy. They're like, if you go on higher difficulties, they are actually smarter. Which, like, actually says something. Because I don't remember the time frame exactly. But I remember Crysis being around, like, towards the end of high school for me. And I don't remember there being a whole lot out. Like, I think the most recent games I remember being in, like, when I was in high school was, like, maybe Halo 3? And I don't recall anyone ever saying that the Halo AI were anything special. Although it's not meant to be. It's meant to be more of a hero shooter than a, like, a hero, like, a heroic shooter than a grit shooter, but still. Sid came back when he says, "I'll give the reporting to you," and takes off for home. All right, 1,000. Was it Mira? Yeah, Mira, and we get a little bit of GVP. I guess Middle Earth has some good AI and alien isolation. No reports to come in. Work it well. About yourself. Think so? Okay. Better next job. Hope you appreciate your help again. Sure. The letter arrived from your father just a little while ago. Fortunately, he went straight home. Chance to give him instead. Okay. I hope it's work-related stuff, but I think Alien Isolation feels smart because it has all the same senses as a dog. I mean, maybe. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't actually have those. It's one of those things where it's just like you're able to capitalize on more behaviors on the player and justify it. Because you can make an AI operate on information that it shouldn't, and it just feels unfair. It's very reactive. Fair enough. Expect time. Would really appreciate it. Yeah. Deliver letter. Cool. Okay. We're gonna go. Then there's Dwarf Fortress. Yeah. Okay, to be fair, Dwarf Fortress is really just... It's just a clown fiesta. Okay? And if you understand that reference, you know. Do I have enough? No, I need red, and I need everything other than red. Okay. Can I make better quartz yet? I can. generate him and go crazy because an event happened in 3 seconds. Time to farm some mobs to open slots. Yeah, no kidding. Well, I don't think I have access to anything that gives me air slots, or if I do, they're very rare. I think it's only in the sewer that I had it. It's just like, ugh. So let's see here. What else we got here? We got Impede. Rent Emmy Arts with 20% success. Whatever. Blind. Impede is also only 1 air in value. Blind enemies with 10% success. I imagine that's just on the attacks. Right? Like, am I crazy? Cast 1, time to cast cut arts is cut. So that's really, really good. EP cut, so they cost less. Also very, very useful on the element affinities for us right now. EP1 increases max EP by 5%, and hit 1. Dexterity 5. Okay. I do not know how whether or not what is good and what isn't, so we're just gonna leave that for now. And then we're gonna go until you get unique quartz. I did a little looking in here on some of these things. I'm just like, oh boy. This there's some fun stuff that's gonna happen in here. And then of course I did look at this as well. And I just like I said it earlier. And it's just like, brother, this is like if Final Fantasy VII did something actually interesting with the materia system. Like, the materia system in Final Fantasy VII is so simple compared to this. It's, put this in, you get this thing that the materia gives you. If it has a connector, you can pair it with something else that benefits if it's a connection. Otherwise, it's meaningless. This is something else. God, it's weird seeing the old ass spell list and not the new stuff I'm dealing with. I believe it. Like, because there's only, like, that's the thing is, like, there's only 3 pages of magic. And I can only imagine what the modern games have, because most stuff only increases the headaches that you have to deal with in complexity, because it will have long-term fans of the series. Okay, but for now, they phase out old spells and put in new ones. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's the first game that I believe that they ever made, so they have a lot of, like, you know, simple, basic ideas, right? We're just gonna do MSQ for now. Do you think I'm really cut to be a bracer? You seem to have inherited fire skill with the staff. Especially doesn't let you ignore something in distress. What are you asking? Still thinking about what happened in the tower? I caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come, Diddy could have been seriously injured. What about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future? I'm pissed, I know. Let's say then that's all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow, right? This happens definitely not like you. Discourage you, Joshua. Okay. You're right. Think me at all. Also, I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. That's like a big ditz and is far more natural for you. Is tech got better, so we found these new spells, aka arts. I mean, that makes sense, right? Time passes, you get better stuff. Well, look at this. Thanks for cheering me on. Somebody's just like a bear. Maybe Glutton is closer to the mark than Ditz. Alright, so we're just gonna do MSQ for the time being. Yeah. I will say the only thing that's driving me nuts is that the cancel button is the menu button. Like, that's the only thing I think so far that's actually bothering me. It's like this being on a separate button and this being on a separate button is fine. This being on the cancel button is driving me bonkers. Like, even, like, the journal, like, if you told me you had to access the journal via the menu, I'd be like, okay, I get it, because you don't need to be in there too often. This being on its own separate button makes sense, because you want to be able to use that in the field. But, like, this is the start button. It just shows me the exits. Like, that is far less useful when I can open a map and get it already. And then this is on the cancel button. Like, it's so weird. And we're home. Fish reporting the guild, like you told us. I get to in the future. Make sure you guys remember to do it. Get a copy of the liberal news you wanted. And there's a letter for you at the guild too. He did really help me out back there. So congratulations today. I was happy. I need to hold back. Come and jump into your father's long arms. Remember when they shut up. Yeah, she's not depressed that as she be. You think? Thank you, Joshua. Much I gave her a push in the right direction. There you go. That's a long way to go. What time is it? Okay. There's when I stumble a few blocks, a lot of work. I'm putting these obstacles what stands at 2 feet. That you're talking about. No wait, cooking is supposed to be about passion. Explain kids are passionate, right? Oh gosh. Okay. This is why you have friends. This is why you have. They do if you put them in the microwave. Oh boy. Yeah, let's see. My guess is that this letter is going to be something about him needing to go somewhere, and it's going to be unpleasant because it's government related. From Esponian Empire. Okay. Yeah, politics. Yay. Oh, this is a surprise. It says egg explosion over rice. Oh dear. Savor every last morsel. Cookie of the evening is excellent. Promise to the chef. This is raw talent at its best. Oh boy. I didn't even lose my eyebrows from making dinner this time. Oh boy. Seems a technique that won't be necessary today. Or just directly rude, but so, I mean, I burnt my eyebrows one time when I was lighting the barbecue because it wasn't lighting, and I had my face a little too close to the grill as opposed to going underneath. But that was like a one-time deal, and I think I was like 7. Big fireball on my eye, into my face, just singed my eyebrows and the hair on my head. Son of days I had no business. Splendid meal down. Hey, business. Something I expected this time. I'm going to be away for a while. You're leaving when? Tomorrow morning. What kind of job you're doing? That's just too soon. There's some sort of incident. Oh, something like that. Just a simple investigation. It's a number of places, so it'll be about a solid month before I'm through. In case, please take care of the house while I'm away. It's some vague excuse like this and take off for who knows how long. It was those. No, but they're about all your jobs here. The Roland Blanche. They've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Oh, only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, and how about both of you handle them for me instead? I mean, sure. Accomplished. And I'll ask Chazar to handle the difficult ones. You say? Yeah, sure. Hey, Josh. No problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience with it. I mean, it's guaranteed work. I'm not going to complain about guaranteed work in this economy. Staff here more determined than ever. Bust our tails when the jobs with all you got. That's so bad. Lena. It's going to be such a lovely dead. You're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw in the towel forever. I'm helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I do you pay back for the last 16 years. I'm only 45. And what's more, I'm very likely the most active member in the entire guild. Listen, man, you start slowing down at 35, okay? At 45, you may not have, so you started to slow down a little bit. And by the way, tomorrow, hey, boss. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, he is a badass. I mean, yes, right? Fear the old man in a profession where people most die young. Why? But they want you to play a little gator game. Better hop on the liquor or else he'll get mad again. But if I lose my specified trial, how about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? Saying is, don't offer alcohol to minors. That's like, not sure who would jump at the chance to enjoy a drink or 10. Something really serious happening, isn't there? It appears there to be some sort of movement within the Empire. Suspicious. Movement don't appear to be overt, but it's what has me worried. I'm probing at the alien embassy to see what turns up. Well, here comes a bracer. You need to learn to look after herself. But you should be really fine. Instincts, and despite on the edges, she has the talent of the staff as well. Mind that she'll be a first-class person. At present, she is like a baby in arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. And at some point, she'll have to switch to fall in love. Joshua, the same can be said for you too. It's already been 5 years since we became part of this family. Has fly. She won't reconsider taking those words back. Keeping my word is who I define I am. It's something as simple as that. I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. Don't know, I'll always be your fan. So, okay. So he's probably, so my immediate guess is primarily because of the way that they talked about how he has black hair and amber eyes right at the start. My immediate thoughts are that he's from the Empire originally, and he's someone important for them. I don't know how or what, but it could be anything. It could be a long list of things. And like the promise thing, that's like the promise that he intends to keep is probably something that would cause a lot of problems. Knight's Path is getting canceled by people who won't buy the game because women in the game look too pretty. Those people don't buy games. Those people don't buy games. They buy things that just make them look good. People that don't buy games because people are too pretty are people that don't buy games. Period. Like, they're not interested in the game if that's the in games in general if that's the reason. Because almost everybody that I know that plays games on a regular basis, they want to look at something that's aesthetically pleasing on the screen. DEI people, yeah. To be fair, a lot of those games that they tried to make where it was just, you know, like hyper inclusive, like it was built around the backbone of inclusivity, most of them just died. I mean, I don't have a problem with including things, but including things for the sake of inclusion I think is silly. Alrighty, time for me to board my flights. That's a handful of Joshua either. I've already heard you about the overload stuff at work. You're getting younger, you know. Dude, but I'm not about to take a name by any youngsters. Veilguard was a good game. I didn't actually take a look at Veilguard very much. Actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna see if I can spark my memory as to what that actually was. Move my microphone a little bit so I can see here. That was slammed as one of those DEI games. Oh, Veilguard. I think the problem that people had with that was that the writing didn't feel... I remember hearing that, but I mean, I'll hear that. You'll hear that everywhere about anything that doesn't fit inside of a box. One of the better argument that I heard that actually holds a lot of... that I think you can make the argument that holds a lot of water. I haven't, like, seen anything of it to make a good case for it. But the understanding that I heard from a lot of people that were fans of Veilguard and... the argument that I saw that made a lot of sense was it doesn't remind them of Dragon Age, right? Like it was more of like, it was like one of those things where it's just like, we're gonna take Dragon Age and we're gonna try and make it more to appeal to a larger audience. We're gonna try and like tap into like what at the time was Marvel, so like, you know, try and Marvelize it. Much like you said, it's a little bit more Marvel-y. Yeah, exactly. You support fat people with people with huge nose rings because they say they want everything looking fat and ugly, and that's because it's incomprehensible to them that people can look nice. It's not a jab at you, just a rant. Okay. At least as an art style. Like the problem, like a good example of the thing that died due to like DEI, that like actually died to it, was Concord. But my response to that is like, no, the reason that Concord died is because you look at the characters and you're just like, what the hell is this? And like, because color scheming is all wrong, characters don't actually look aesthetically pleasing at all. Like it was just horrible. Yeah, exactly. Nobody wanted to play a game like that. Like there was nothing when when it's one of those things of like, when you get into a popular genre, because at the time the hero shooter is a popular genre. If you're in a popular genre, you need to have something that makes you stand out in a really, really good way. And that can be the gameplay, but the art for Concord was just ungodly awful. I remember looking at it and going, I want nothing to do with it. Some of them are. I mean, sure, there's probably some nice pieces in there. I don't remember looking at it a lot, but I remember looking at a bunch of them and going, like, there looked like a character that was like a weird Roadhog replacement from Overwatch that had like a weird biker aesthetic that had like a mohawk, and the colors were just all bad. Like it had like piss yellow with like seafoam green and like fuchsia or something like that. It was like I remember like this really weird set of color schemes going on. It was just like, these don't look good. But man, the Sweet Baby influence. I mean, to be fair, that's how I just avoid games. Because everything from it just dies. Oh man. Alright, we got an ad coming on to keep the pre-rolls off, so I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, grab a drink. I'll be back shortly. see here. Turn ads because we're going to turn that off because we don't want to grab ads. Alrighty. Looks unique in their specs. That's most lands I've ever seen. Known from an artist. Yeah. The whole thing with Marathon immediately died once people found out that it was like just blatantly stolen. Alright. Charizard. Did I say Charizard? It's gonna be Concord too. Yeah. It's just gonna fall off. So placing all this work on your shoulders last minute. Please don't be. Oh, whether or not it's gonna do a decent job. I can do a pretty decent job in your place. Is that how you say it? Shura? Okay, so it's Charizard. Okay. No need to be humble, Silver Streak. Make your life more dependable. Keep an eye on these two. And not spoiled with these two. I do remember, like, vaguely when I played this for a bit, because I did get a little bit past this, that I had her in my party. I'm just like, okay, I like her. Mutual understanding between master and people. Okay. Yeah. Like, I remember her just being a menace. My favorite character has to be the debaucherous prince. Okay. Someone of note I have yet to know anything about. Also, these curtains are making my face very red. There, much better. It never left. And people are super upset that Creation took 5-year-old because their dad wasn't illegal. And I bet you asked who would be willing to take the kid and instead the dad no one would make a sound. It's true. With all the negative news in 26 just started. Because it sells. Because it's negative, it sells. That's why. He's gone again. 22, there's no need to look. The fire will be back in no time. It should be it. And something tells me he's gonna something's gonna have happened to his ship, and we're gonna catch wind of it, and we're gonna go running off after him, and then we have to go figure out everything that he was gonna figure out, because that's just, you know, how stories for these games work, right? Right? Double miss holler. We'll do. But first, to try and finish a few jobs, Joshua. See if we're capable of doing junior racers. Enjoy and take along. Probably not too much to worry about. Good luck, you two. Okay. Wait first. Let's go. The traffic control tower. So it's where they control the bridge. Okay. Yep, done here. Alright. Okay, so first few things. We're gonna go to We're gonna go to the arms and guards. Oh my gosh. Shop. We're gonna get... We have 1,000 Mira. I think ice is a good idea, but bad implementation because fucking hell, the paper pushers and immigration aren't gonna go out and tweak violent immigration. So, here's my opinion on the matter, okay? Here's the major opinion I have on the matter. If, like, because they've scooped up so many people already off of this. Like, if it's just, there's so many people running, because we have a similar problem in Canada, though not the same scale. There's just, if unemployment, if you don't have the infrastructure to support all these kinds of people, it just creates problems for the people that already live there. Like, that's the problem that we have here in Canada. Like, our unemployment rate was at, like, 12.3%, I think, at one point in, like, the last couple of years. It's like, if you keep bringing people in, there's not work to support them or facilities to support them, like, it's crazy. Like Somali scam daycare. Yeah, there's that, too. There's all kinds of insane, dumb stuff going on everywhere all the time. I think the problem... I don't think the problem is ICE itself. I think the problem is that there's a lot of people that are being encouraged to do really crazy and dumb things. Right? Like, I think that's the actual problem. There's all kinds of people being encouraged to do all kinds of crazy, dumb things. And I am not knowledgeable enough to really say anything on that. But what I do know is that, like, has parrot history of attacking ICE agents. Yeah. So there, like, that's the thing. It's like, if someone... I'm not going to get into the whole thing because I'm not particularly knowledgeable about it. Mostly because it's... I'm going to just say it. I don't really care. Because it's not happening in Canada. It's somewhere else. As if they weren't illegally doing all this, encouraging to ignore the Constitution. Well, that gets into a whole other debate that I'm just going to shut down right now and not